Hey YouTube, this is We All Juggle Knives, and this is the Folts Minimalist, right, by CRKT. This is the drop point model. You see it has a nice stone wash on that drop point blade. The current price on this around $25, and I really think that is a very good deal. Now there are several different models of the Minimalist, okay? There's a Tanso, there's a Warncliffe, there's a Bowie. This is my overall pick. But I will include the Amazon links to all the different models, and you can choose for yourself. One of the best features of the Minimalist line is the handles. All right, first of all, it gives you an extremely secure grip. All right, it's a 3-finger handle, and then the lanyard helps you keep a grip too. Right, so an extremely safe grip. Right, but also because the handle is so narrow, it doesn't weigh very much. This knife, it's less than 2 ounces, including the sheath. The ergos are pretty simple. You have jimping here on a thumb rest, and you can see the finger grooves, and then this just forms a guard, right? So, it facilitates slicing. Here's a close-up of the edge and the grind. They say it's a hollow grind. It's a shallow hollow grind. Here is the sheath that it comes with, right? It's an FRN sheath, and it does hold it in. Mine is slightly loose in the sheath. Now you see it comes with this cord, can be used as a neck knife, right? But if you want to carry it on your belt, it also comes with this hard belt loop, right? Which you can mount vertically or horizontally using those eyelets on the sheath. Now this really is a great design. You see why they call it the Minimalist, right? Because they tried to make the handle as narrow as possible and just added like the finger grooves to make it secure. The blade itself is slightly longer than 2 inches. I believe it's 2.16 inches. The steel is 5CR15 MOV, okay, which is an inexpensive Chinese stainless steel. That steel is part of the reason why you can get this for $25. It's not like a super duper super steel or anything, and it's not trying to be. I have no problem with that steel for this price point and what you would likely use this for. Maybe you'll have to resharpen it a little more often than a harder steel, but that's just not a big deal. Now, what I really like about the drop point model is the combination of slicing and piercing ability, right? For starting cuts, for slicing open a package. And even though this is a fairly small knife with not much reach, it's very difficult to see this knife in a person's hand because of the small size and the color of the blade, or of the stonewash, right? And it's very stabby. I mean, if you went all out stabby with this, it could save you, in an emergency. No, it's not a long sword, it's a tiny knife. But I'm just saying, if this is all you're carrying, it's probably because you have to only carry that. So yeah, I could see going stabby with this, stabby, slicey, jabby, It's extremely pointed. And as I said, it's so small, it would be difficult to even see that this was in a person's hand. And some useful comparisons for you. Got the Cold Steel Hideout, right, on the more tactical side of things. And then the Minimalist. And then the Essie Izula 2, wildly popular neck knife. Next to that, the K-Bar BK11, also called the Becker Necker. You see how small the Minimalist is? It really beats all these out in terms of ease of carry, ease of concealability. And the Hideout is pretty much designed as a weapon. And the other two knives, they're more utility or outdoorsy knives. I don't think they're designed as weapons too much, but the CRKT knife right in the middle. The sharpness is decent, but it could be a bit sharper. You know, it gets hung up slightly, but once it gets going, it's medium sharp. I would give it a B- for initial sharpness. So my final conclusion on this Minimalist, I love the appearance of it. I like the slicing and piercing of the blade shape. I like how secure the grip of this handle is and how much weight and bulk it saves. I like that it's full tang. I like that it's $25. And negatives, not really many negatives at all. The sheath could have been a little tighter. You know, I don't know if that was just mine or what. Right, the ergos are good. Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty great knife. You know, the steel is not a super steel, but totally understandable at this bargain price. So yeah, this is one of my favorite of the newest batch of CRKT designs. I definitely do recommend it. And, you know, it's good for the price, and it's just good, period, I would say. Hope you enjoyed seeing it. This has been We All Juggle Knives. I'm out.